Every organization measures its leaders. Revenue targets, projects delivered, budgets managed, and on paper, everything looks fine. But if you ever sat across from a leadership team that's hitting all its numbers and still feels stuck, or still feels like it's not going anywhere meaningful, you already know the scorecard isn't telling you the whole story. In fact, the way most organizations measure leadership is quietly capping what great leadership can actually produce. Hi, I'm Javier Castillo, co-founder and managing partner at the Morphing Group. This is a pattern I've seen consistently across executive teams and industries, and today I want to challenge the way most organizations think about measuring their leaders and what's costing them. When you only measure outputs, you miss what's driving them. Most leadership scorecards are built entirely around results. And results matter, but results are a lagging indicator. They tell you what already happened. They don't tell you how your leaders are making decisions, or how they're building trust, how they're creating conditions for their teams to perform. When you only reward what's visible and measurable, you train leaders to optimize for the short term and ignore everything that drives whether those results hold. The behaviors that build great organizations rarely appear on a scorecard. The leader who tells the board what they need to hear instead of what they want to hear. Or the one who slows down a strategic decision long enough to surface the assumption nobody wants to question. These behaviors are what separate organizations that sustain performance from those that depend on a handful of people to hold everything together. If you're not measuring them, you're not valuing them. And if you're not valuing them, you're slowly coaching them out of your culture. Redefining the scorecard is a leadership decision, not an HR project. This isn't about adding a new performance review template. Most organizations measure activity. Far fewer have deliberately defined what great leadership looks like inside their organization and then build the systems, standards, and expectations that reinforce it. That decision belongs at the top. It always has. If your leaders are technically performing, but not growing the organization the way you know it needs to be led, it's worth asking what your scorecard is actually rewarding. Measuring leaders well is one of the most strategic things an organization can do. That's a conversation worth having. Let's have it.